Get ready to be swept away by the most unforgettable football goals of all time. Join us as we journey through the heart-stopping moments of skill, precision, and pure magic that have defined the beautiful game. Number 15. Cristiano Ronaldo's bicycle kick against Juventus in 2018. In a Champions League clash that pitted Real Madrid against Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo elevated the art of the bicycle kick to new heights. Rising with an almost supernatural grace, Ronaldo executed a perfectly timed bicycle kick that sent the ball soaring into the corner of the net, beyond the reach of the stunned goalkeeper. This goal was not just a testament to Ronaldo's athletic prowess and relentless pursuit of perfection, but also a moment of beauty that even the opposing Juventus fans couldn't help but applaud. It was a goal that transcended rivalry, earning Ronaldo a standing ovation from the Turin crowd, a rare gesture that speaks volumes about the universal respect for true genius in football. Number 14. James Rodriguez's chest and volley in World Cup 2014. James Rodriguez announced himself on the world stage with a breathtaking goal against Uruguay in the 2014 World Cup. Receiving the ball on his chest with his back to the goal, Rodriguez controlled it masterfully before unleashing a venomous volley that dipped under the crossbar. This goal was a combination of impeccable technique and audacity, a strike that captured the imagination of fans worldwide and catapulted Rodriguez into the global spotlight. It was a goal that epitomized the magic of the World Cup, where stars are born and legends are made. Number 13. Ronaldinho's volley against Villarreal in 2006. Ronaldinho, the embodiment of footballing joy and creativity, gave the world a goal to cherish in a La Liga match against Villarreal. With a cross coming in, Ronaldinho, marked closely by defenders, opted for the audacious, an overhead kick that sent the ball looping into the net. This goal was a testament to Ronaldinho's innate flair and his ability to conjure moments of brilliance from the most unlikely situations. It was a goal that made you smile, a reminder of the sheer unpredictability and entertainment that football, at its best, can provide. Number 12. Zlatan Ibrahimovic in 2012. In late 2012, Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored one of the best goals ever in an international friendly against England. When England goalkeeper Joe Hart made a poor-headed clearance, Zlatan turned on his heels, leapt into the air, and looped an overhead kick into the England goal from 30 yards. While overhead kicks are generally lucky goals, the technique, composure, athleticism, and accuracy demonstrated by Ibrahimovic were phenomenal. Number 11. Carlos Alberto in 1970. The Brazilian team that took part in the 1970 World Cup was one of the greatest in football history. Led by Carlos Alberto, the team included Pelé, Jairzinho, Rivellino, and Gerson. They won every match in the tournament, culminating in a 4-1 demolition of Italy in the final. This final match saw one of the greatest team goals ever scored. Number 10. George Weah in 1996. George Weah was an African professional footballer who scored the most famous goals in the history of soccer. He was playing from Milan against Verona. The team was losing 2-1 and only 10 minutes were left. George Weah came in the ground running to save his team from failure. He takes the ball before the penalty area and runs toward Verona's goal with speed. On his way, Weah crossed two defenders and hit the ball directly into the goal. This was an amazing solo goal by any African footballer. Number 9. Rivaldo in 2001. Rivaldo was an intelligent and skillful footballer for the Brazilian team. He performed the duties of midfielder, winger, and second striker. Brazil needs some stunning performance in 2001 to prove its strength to other teams. Rivaldo scored one of the most perfect goals that people are unable to forget after years. Number 8. Dennis Bergkamp in 2002. Dennis Bergkamp was a former Dutch player who is currently fulfilling the responsibilities of a coach. He played soccer as a midfielder second, and then the main striker in his career. He was known for his sublime skill and ball control, but his goal for Arsenal against Newcastle in 2002 left everyone stunned. What he did in March 2002 was totally beyond imagination. The way he hit the ball backward and turned around to hit a goal cannot be described in words. Number 7. Eric Cantona in 1996. Eric Cantona, former professional football player, is known for one of his most famous goals. He was a heightened player with exceptional goal-scoring abilities. His creative gaming skills contribute a lot to making Manchester United one of the best clubs in the town. It was 1996, and the last 4 minutes were left for game termination. David pushes the ball to the King, who is standing near the penalty area. Eric kicked the ball that directly goes into goal, passing beating 5 defenders. Number 6. Pelé jaw opening goal in 1958. Pelé was 17 years old when he played against Sweden, playing for Brazil in 1958. In all the games tournaments, Brazilian teams present thrilling and spectacular matches for the viewers. This smart black superstar was also on the team and was going to make history at such a young age. The Brazilian team hired many psychologists before the World Cup to determine the mental abilities of all the players. Pelé was called an irresponsible man by one of the psychologists and unfit for the team. In the semi-final, he made the jaw-opening goal that became one of the most perfect goals of the World Cup. Number 5. Roberto Carlos in 1997. Back in 1997, Roberto Carlos made history by kicking one of the most perfect goals in football history. Roberto was playing for Brazil against France in a tournament in France. He hit the ball that went flying and hit the goal post. The opponent France team could not even touch the ball and saw the ball flying. His famous goal was against all the laws of physics. Even after decades, scientists of physics are unable to explain his goal completely by explaining ball trajectory. Number 4. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, again in 2004. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a Swedish footballer who played as a forward in the Swedish national team. This player is famous as a striker, volley, and long-range kick. He was practicing hard in 2004 to make his tour memorable, and he did it. In his memorable match, Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored a long-range kick with twists and many rounds. Ajax won the match with 2 goals, but Zlatan's goal became one of the most famous goals of the century. Even after years, Zlatan is known for his memorable and mesmerizing performance. Number 3. Marco van Basten in 1988. Basten was a Dutch player who played many matches for Ajax, AC Milan, and the Netherlands. He was a player with great intelligence and the best striker of his time. He scored one of the finest goals in 1988 playing against the Soviet Union. Basten not only scored match-winning goals, but he was on fire in that match. He scored a hat-trick in the first inning and his best volley shot against the Soviet Union. In this tournament, he was a top player and was awarded a Player of the Tournament award. Number 2. Diego Maradona in 1986. Diego was a multi-talented player of his time. He was a man with exceptional abilities, and his control over the ball was amazing. It was 1986 when Maradona was playing for Argentina in the FIFA World Cup against England. Maradona's team was leading with 2-1 goals in one match from England. This was the time when Maradona hit amazing goals that became the most famous goals of all time. His goal was later called the goal of the century by every person who was connected with the game in any way. Number 1. Lionel Messi in 2007. Lionel Messi is one of the finest footballers that history has seen. In 2007, Lionel Messi scored one of the best football goals against Getafe. Surprisingly, this was Messi's 3rd season of playing in the first team at the age of 19. Messi took the ball from Getafe's defenders when one of them was passing the ball to another. Messi saves the ball from 4 defenders. He took the ball around and hit a great goal. This goal was compared with Diego in technique, but Messi has done better finishing.